Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Raquelle Lynnette. Today we are going to be trying out the newly reformulated Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. So if you want to see my wear test and the hiccups I encountered along the way, you're more than welcome to continue on watching, and we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Go ahead and dive right in. First things first, I always use a misting spray to wake my skin up. So today we're going to be using the Ultra Fine Mist by Glow Recipe, and this is the Watermelon Glow. I mean, this stuff smells so good. It smells so good. It's like everything watermelon smells absolutely amazing. And I do love the way that it settles into my skin and the way it feels. Alright, moving on to moisturizer, I'll be using this Goat Milk by Kate Somerville, and this is just a really everyday moisturizing cream. So skin base is really important, which is why I always include that into my foundation routines, because how you prep your skin is also a huge part in how the foundation performs. So I always like to include that in my foundation reviews. If you haven't checked out any of my other foundation reviews, I just made an entire new playlist because that's my thing. I like to review foundation. So if you're interested, you can always, after this video, go ahead and check out some other ones that I've reviewed as well. Alright, so we're all moisturized. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to primer. Today I'm going to be using the brand new Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. And this is good, I would say, for sensitive skin. So if you're not sure what kind of primer to use, this is really just a really basic primer that's really going to grip the foundation to the skin. And just work that into my skin. And then when that is done in that setting, that creates like a tackiness for the foundation. So you guys, I'm really excited to finally review the Faux Filter Foundation by Huda Beauty. I never got the chance to review the original one. Every time I would try to go get my color, they didn't have the shade that I wanted, so I did review their new stick foundation. They sent me some of their shades as well. I'm pretty sure they'll probably send me this as well, but I haven't gotten it yet, so I just wanted to jump on the ball and just review this for you guys. So this foundation comes in 39 shades. You're gonna be getting 35 milliliters in this, so I mean, that pretty much justifies the pricing. I think it's not overly priced. We'll see how it performs. Yeah, so this is supposed to be a luminous matte foundation now. So I guess before it was an extremely mattifying foundation, like think Fenty Beauty. So they reformulated it, they took the fragrance out, and they made it less mattifying and wanted to give more so of a luminous feel to it. So I'm excited to try this out, and we're gonna just go ahead and dive in. So before, I am just going to take a little bit of my Huda Beauty Blondie powder and just put just the tiniest amount. I always create a barrier between the primer and my foundation where there are larger pores. So I always just lightly dust a thin layer over those areas. So taking a plate, I'll just be putting this on the back of my hand. She's kind of thick. She's not coming out there. She's thick. She's thick for sure. I did all those pumping and only a little bit came out, so hopefully I can get some more, because baby, what's going on? Alright, and to work this out, I'm going to be using two brushes. I'm going to be taking this Profusion brush. This is a foundation brush, and then I'm going to be buffing it out with the dual-ended Huda Beauty foundation brush. So just picking that up in the back of my hand. And this is the shade, I picked up the shade 430 in Gingerbread. So she's looking a little light. Ooh, child. She looking real light. I'm gonna go ahead and buff this out. I thought I picked up the right shade. She is so full coverage. You guys can see it's covered everything. Everything it covered very quickly with not even a large amount. It's a very, very thick foundation. So this is a very, very thick foundation that I think I went too light on. This is what happens when you're rushing. I thought that I picked the right shade, but this isn't the right shade. This ain't the right shade, baby. Oh, what's that you have for me? Oh, here, thanks. I was supposed to pick up the Mousse shade. The shade that worked for me in the faux filter was Chocolate Mousse 450G. That is a fail on my end. But, I mean, I am trying the foundation out. It's so full coverage. It's extremely thick as well. Like, I think this is the thickest foundation I've ever tried. It was so thick that I couldn't even squeeze it out of the bottle. I had to open it and like put it on the back. So my fault for the shade match being wrong, but outside of that, there is like a mattifying. It is matte luminous, but full coverage. So, all right. So you know what? It does look like it's oxidizing a little bit. Wow. Okay. All right. So here's my neck, and here's my face. So so this foundation oxidizes. I thought it was going to be too light, but as you can see, it really is starting to oxidize to be my shade, which is awesome. I do feel like, you know, this could work. I feel like if I go back to the chocolate mousse, that probably is still going to be my best bet. But for now, I feel like it is oxidized a little bit. But yeah, for sure, super thick. It is luminous, but I mean full coverage, and it's a very, very thick foundation. I would compare it to the Kat Von D foundation. That is the only other thick foundation like this that I've ever experienced. It was a Kat Von D, the tattoo one that could like cover tattoos, and I definitely feel as if this one is going to be able to cover your tattoos and all your darkest secrets, honestly. All right, and the next I'm gonna go ahead and reach for my Tantour. I'm in the shade medium, and I just wanna give a little bit more color in my face since, you know, this is just a touch too light. We want to take down the brightness and just really snatch my face so we can make this foundation work. Then I'm gonna go ahead and buff that in. Now for concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Fenty Beauty. This is the 370 concealer. So taking the other end of the foundation brush from Huda Beauty, I'm gonna go ahead and buff this out. Alright, so I'll be setting that with the Huda Beauty Blondie powder and using my Tati Beauty Blendable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face. I do feel like this oxidized and it is my color. So that's really exciting. After I did everything that I needed to do, it actually does work, and it is super full coverage, and I haven't even set it yet. All right, y'all, so boom. So let's look at like my neck and my face. So it is just a touch lighter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this is called Indiscretion, and this is the Laura Mercier. And I'm just gonna highlight my nose. I don't really want to highlight my face. I really just wanna know how this foundation plays out without any highlighter. So like if I say that there's a sheen or anything, I don't want the highlighter to contribute to that in any way. I just wanna see how it holds up. This is my first time doing that, and because sometimes I never know if it's like really like the oil shining through or if it's just a highlighter. So today we're going to test out a new theory. So this is the face right now, you guys. It is so dark outside today. It's been raining for the last 3 days in Las Vegas, and it's weird because we were in a drought all last year. Anyways, that's far beyond the point. All I'm saying is that it kind of looks dark now because it got like super dark. It's been dark all day. So we're going to test this out. I'm probably gonna come back here around 10 o'clock. That's gonna be at least 6 hours to test everything out and let you guys know how this held up. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this wear test. All right, my loves, we are back. It is 10:36 p.m. and I'm looking snatched still. So Netflix brought back a Walk to Remember, which always just puts me in waterworks. So I cried through this foundation. It was raining outside today. I put my mask on. I took a nap. I'm still very, 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 very matte. I didn't put any highlighter on. So as you can see, everything that's been going on today, like, and it's the same color as me. So yeah, like I feel like I could be the shade I feel like I could go back and forth between chocolate mousse or gingerbread, and this did oxidize for me. I haven't watched any other reviews. I just solely wanted to depend on my own experience and you know, how the... Alright guys, so my computer was tweaking last night, but I just want to let you guys know that this is a super full coverage matte luminous foundation, and even though I had no highlighter on, I was still glowy, which was really pretty in my opinion. I'm definitely going to switch out gingerbread for chocolate mousse. It just is going to look better. I don't know what I was saying. Gingerbread is too light for me. So yeah, you guys can get this at Sephora right now. Otherwise, you can pick it up at hudabeauty.com. I really do like this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and leave me a comment if you have any comments that I need to know about. All right. I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Love you. Bye.